Hare Krishna. Dandapram to all the devotees and a very happy Amalki Ekadashi to you all, fasting from food, grapes and pulses. Welcome to Amrutvani program, Transcendental Words of Wisdom by His Grace Rupavilas. Today, Namamrita will be read by Bhaktin Jayashree. Welcome to Bhaktin Jayashree.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
By crying out the word Krishna, one can at once transcend a fearful situation. The calves that were pasturing nearby entered into deep forest, allured by new grasses, and gradually went out of sight. When the boys saw that the calves were not nearby, they became afraid for their safety. And they immediately cried out, Krishna! Krishna is a killer of fear personified. Everyone is afraid of fear personified, but fear personified is afraid of Krishna.
By crying out.
Yes. By crying out the word Krishna, the boys at once transcend the fearful situation and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Shri Ragaraj Bihari Bhagavan ki Jai, Lita Sakhi Vishakha Mata ki Jai, Giriraj Govardhan Maharaj ki Jai, Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman ki Jai, Gaurang Nitai Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Samved Bhakta Vrind ki Jai, Morning Chanting Program ki Jai, Amrutvani Program ki Jai. One time in a flight, the flight was caught in a turbulence and an emergency was announced in the flight. And everybody was told that they should put a seatbelt inside and put down and start praying to the Lord. And it was a very, very fearful situation. And everybody was afraid. But at that time, there was one child who was sitting in the flight. And he was not afraid at all. And he was nicely sitting. And all others were panicking in the flight. And after 5-10 minutes, the flight was normal. And everybody was astonished to see why this child was not afraid. So they asked, why you are not afraid? Why you didn't panic? So he told, I had confidence that nothing will happen. Why? Because the pilot was my father. The pilot of this flight was my father, so I had complete confidence. And that's why he will protect me at any cost. So similarly, Avashya Rakshishu Krishna, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. My devotees will never perish. This is the proclamation Lord has given for the devotees. So we know that when Uttara, in that fearful situation, when the Brahmastra was coming to her, she ran. She didn't run to Pandavas. She didn't run to Arjuna. She didn't run to Bhima or Yudhishthira. She ran towards Lord Krishna in that fearful situation. And she said, Pahimam, Pahimam, Jagatpate, Krishna, Krishna. And she cried that if this wants to kill me, but my son should be protected. And Lord entered inside with Gada and Chakra in a small form, and he protected Parikshit Maharaj from that fearful situation. Devotees, then Kunti Matas remembers, Vishama Agni, that how that in the fire, in the Lakshagra, you protected, you sent somebody. It's not that Lord will personally come, but he will send somebody. He sent Vidura in that fearful situation. How she was remembering about the Bakasura. Bhima was sent to kill that Bakasura in the forest. She remembered about that pulling of Draupadi in that fearful situation. You were there and you protected Draupadi by starting the factory of the cloth. Sari hai ke nari hai ke sari hai. And what to speak about in this battlefield? There were so many astras which were kept specially to be killed to Arjuna. So where Lord wants to protect, he will protect. He knows the future. He is independent. What is the best for the devotee will do? He is the best father. So that way we have to understand that he's all good. He will never do anything wrong. He protected Parikshit, but Abhimanyu he didn't protect it. He didn't protect it, the 5 sons of Pandava, because in the beginning of the battlefield, Lord showed to Arjuna, everybody in this battlefield are going to die, except you, all 5 people. So there are big plans for Krishna. We do not know, maybe today, but in future we know. There were so many fearful situations in the life of Srila Prabhupada. So many times. But it is always said that for the great devotees, the situations are made by the Lord to glorify him. For devotees like you and me, they are made by Lord so that we can get more purified and more strong after that. But for the people in the material world, the situations, fearful situations are coming because of the karma reactions. A tamasi tries to create more fear in other people's life when he's in a fearful situation. He drinks more. He tries to, close his eyes in that fire of fear. Just fire. Or sochta kuch hai nahi. He becomes drug addict. He becomes, more violent in that fearful situation. A Rajoguni runs to a powerful person to protect him, but he fails to understand if the karma reactions are there, he will get protection, otherwise he'll have to suffer. The Satoguna person will try to, tolerate and go to Devi Devatas. He will get some mitigation, but the permanent mitigations a devotee gets when he takes shelters of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, morning chanting program ki jai, Samved Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.